Picture a Norwegian trade delegation in 1986. Suits, briefcases. They walk into a meeting with Japanese distributors and say, "We have salmon. Tons of it. Please buy it." The Japanese say no. Not because of price, not because of supply. They say, "We don't eat that raw. It's disgusting, soft, fatty, parasites, not sushi, not even close." Norway didn't quit. They came back the next year, and the year after that. For almost a decade, they couldn't give salmon away in Japan. Not sell, give. Finally, one frozen food company said yes, Nichire. One company, one bet. They ran a marketing campaign, repositioned the fish entirely. Today, salmon is the most popular sushi topping in Japan, the entire country's favorite. It didn't exist as sushi 35 years ago. Someone put it there. Now here's the question no one asks. There are over 30,000 species of fish in the ocean. We eat maybe 12 of them regularly, and the obvious explanation, that most fish are toxic or bony or taste like mud, sounds right. Until you realize that salmon wasn't good either, not in Japan. Not until someone decided it was. Sure, biology eliminates some options. Pufferfish will kill you. Some reef fish carry ciguatera toxin. Some deep-sea species have flesh too watery to hold shape. That removes a few hundred from the list, but that still leaves thousands. Thousands of perfectly edible fish that no one eats. Not because they taste bad, because no one ever built the system to get them to your plate. In 1977, a fish merchant named Lee Lance looked at a species called the Patagonian toothfish. Ugly name. Ugly animal. No one was buying it. So he renamed it Chilean sea bass. It's not from Chile. It's not a base. Didn't matter. Within 10 years, it was $30 a plate at every upscale restaurant in America. Same fish, same flesh, same taste, new name, new life. New Zealand did the same thing with a deep-sea bottom dweller called the slimehead. They renamed it orange roughy in the late 70s. Overnight, it became a grocery store staple across the English-speaking world. Nobody changed the fish. They changed the word on the label. And this isn't only fish. Lobster was prison food in colonial America. Literally written into servant contracts as a limit. You cannot feed me lobster more than 3 times per week. Inmates rioted over being served too much of it. The animal didn't evolve. The story around it did. Someone decided it was luxury, and then it was. The pattern is always the same. The fish doesn't change. The name changes. The framing changes. The supply chain changes. And suddenly, it's food. But here's what goes even deeper than naming. Once someone builds a trawling fleet for cod, those boats exist. The processing plants exist. The freezer trucks exist. The grocery store shelf space is locked in. The restaurant suppliers are contracted. Recipes get written. Cookbooks get printed. Entire generations grow up eating it. Now a better fish shows up. Doesn't matter. It can't compete. Not because it tastes worse, but because nothing exists to catch it, move it, freeze it, ship it, or sell it. There's no boat designed for it, no net shaped for it, no market expecting it, no chef who learned to cook it in school. We eat tilapia not because it's the best tasting freshwater fish. It's not even close. We eat it because it survives conditions that would kill almost anything else. It tolerates crowding. It tolerates dirty water. It grows fast in warm temperatures. It's not the best fish. It's the most convenient fish. We eat tuna because canning technology in the early 1900s needed a firm-fleshed species that wouldn't fall apart inside a tin. Tuna worked, so we built a $40 billion global industry around it. Not because someone tasted every fish in the ocean and picked the winner. Because a can needed a fish that wouldn't turn to mush. The fish on your plate wasn't selected by flavor. It was selected by logistics, by accident, by whoever solved the supply chain problem first. And right now in the ocean, there are species most people have never heard of that would be extraordinary if you tasted them. Cobia. Buttery, rich, grows fast, versatile in any cuisine. Almost nobody outside of aquaculture knows it exists. Branzino was unknown in America until the early 2000s when a handful of chefs started importing it from the Mediterranean. Now it's on every upscale menu. The fish was always there, the road wasn't. Triggerfish, sheep's head, porgy, amberjack. All abundant, all delicious, by every standard we use to judge fish. All completely ignored by the mass market. Because no one ever built the boat, the brand, or the road from ocean to plate. The menu you see at a restaurant is not a list of what's best. It's a list of what survived the system. What had the right name, the right texture for freezing, the right growth rate for farming, the right timing for when someone somewhere needed to fill a gap on a shelf. Japan didn't reject salmon because something was wrong with it. The flesh was fine, the nutrition was fine, the taste, once people tried it, was more than fine. It was rejected because it wasn't in the system yet. No one had built the road. It took one country's surplus, one decade of refusal, one company willing to gamble, and now 125 million people call it their favorite. Every fish you've ever eaten is on your plate because someone, a merchant, a government, a canning company, a marketing team, solved a problem that had nothing to do with flavor. The ocean is full of fish we'd love. We just never built the road to reach them. And every few years, someone builds a new one. A fish that no one touched becomes a fish everyone wants. Not because it changed, because we did.